So let's look at quickly. So you're dealing with different age groups. So I wanted to throw some activities at you real quickly in terms of understanding what ages you're dealing with. So if you're looking at the 6U group, okay, so you're looking at that under 6 age group, simple ones that you can look at. So a quick type of end zone game where players are moving from one side to the next, and you've got the 2 red defenders. They're trying to stop them, and real simply, you're trying to get the ball forward from one side to the next. So it's working on those younger players on head up, soft touches, big touches. At this age group, all they want to do is keep the ball. Trying to work on passing and different things is going to be really difficult. So just really focus on making sure that they are one with the ball, they are good with the ball, and they try to spread out a little bit. Because ultimately, when they get into a game situation, they're not going to want to spread out. So trying to work on some types of activities where they're able to spread out will definitely help. And that's where we have a little bit of a resource. So if you're looking at 6U players, these are probably 4 things that you would expect them to be able to do. But the ball exploration is definitely pivotal. And so part of that is a video series that we made, which is available on the YouTube channel. And I know Megan will send all this stuff out as well through our website. But you can also access this through YouTube, through Illinois Youth Soccer, but also use this as a helpful guide to you. So it's about 22 minutes, gives you some different ball exploration practices and themes and some ideas. So let me just show you a little segment of it. So keeping it fun for them. That is available on our YouTube channel. So we put that. That's 22 minutes of different activities. That's just kind of a little clip of that for you. So obviously they're getting to really be familiar with the ball. That's something that they want to try to do. The second thing, when they get into 8U, they're still playing 4v4, but they're starting to play with their friends a little bit. So now they want to start to utilize this idea of trying to go forward, finding an opening. But the biggest thing is now they're looking at playing 1v1s and 2v2s, but also trying to create these ideas of working with groups. So they play 4 versus 3, maybe on 2 goal lines, and they're trying to get to one side or the next. So notice the activity, real simple, making sure that they try to get from after 8 attacks, they try to switch roles, who could score the more goals, and you do that for 20 minutes. So a good little activity to play. They're spreading out, passing options, but they're now working with other players. So at 8U, they're probably working to do that. Anything before that's going to be difficult. So looking at 9U and 10U, that 7v7 group, now we're starting to kind of put them together in a team. So as they play within a team, you can kind of see how we can kind of structure it. So all of the activities that I'm showing you are going towards a goal of some type. It could be an end zone. There's direction to everything that we try to do. And so it makes it game-like. That's the key. That's really the key, trying to make it as game-like as possible. So this particular activity, real simple. You look at trying to create 1v1s and 2v2s. So playing as a team, they're looking to try to forge this idea of working with players in a game-like situation where they're trying to score on a particular goal. So with that, it's real simple. 4 versus 3. Blue are obviously trying to score on the 1 large goal, and then the red team have got the 2 counter goals to score on. Subbing players in when you need to, using and talking about making sure that the players understand what they're trying to do. That's the player actions. That's the decisions that they're looking at trying to do. I think we've got a few more people coming in here. All right, so in terms of player actions, spreading out is again another key area, especially at the 7v7 area. So how do we do that? Well, these types of activities, putting them into a game-like situation will definitely help with that. And there might be a situation when you as a coach, you may have to work with the player to try to guide them into a wing position or maybe a central position. 9v9, so now we're looking at obviously a slightly bigger field, and now they're starting to think about what their role and position is on the team. So when you look at that, it's interesting because when you play 9v9, it's starting to look a little bit more like what the game of soccer should be. And so here, very much a game-like type of a scenario. You can see what we're trying to do is we're trying to press. So the blue team is trying to steal the ball from the reds as quickly as possible. But one thing that's important is I put the players into some type of a formation and I use these keywords. The keywords might be trying to hunt the ball, get the ball quickly, work together, move together. All of these things are going to be key in terms of the progress of that group. But with this age group, there's going to be probably a key in terms of them understanding it is where I am in terms of my position. Should I be a center forward? Should I be a left wing, a right wing? So putting them into a formation at this age group is really, really important. Not that 7v7 isn't important as well, but really making sure that they understand where they go is going to be pivotal. And sometimes they're going to have to understand that they may have to switch positions. So those things are going to come into it. So the player actions of stealing the ball, trying to make it compact and keep it compact, all of those things are going to help in terms of giving you some ideas. So the 11v11, when we look at this age group now, obviously they're going to be a little bit more experienced. And now they're trying to kind of maybe improve themselves in terms of their team effort. So when you look at that, again, simple scenario. Again, it's all game-like, it's directional. We've got numbers here, you can see. But what I would particularly like about this particular activity is that it's creating some options, passing options, where the players have to make decisions. So often there's activities where there's 4-on-3 or numbers, but you can see here, I've created a situation where it's 6 versus 5. So we would expect the Blues to be, pretty successful in terms of what they're doing. But what you have is you do have 6 versus 6 when you include the goalkeeper. So the numbers are even. But can the Reds defend? Giving them an outlet to try to score is important. But also making sure you give them a goal and an idea of what they need to do. So playing for 30 minutes with a couple of breaks, who can score 5 goals quickly, then switching the roles. We want to make sure that those players switch so they don't stay on the attack the whole time. They'll become a defender as well. So switching players, adding players in is always important. Having a sub on the side is also important. Sometimes what I utilize with those subs is they'll walk around the field once, and as soon as they come back, then they're able to sub in. So something like that will definitely keep them active and understand what they need to do. So just some quick ideas there in terms of age groups, in terms of what you want to do. Now, the technical aspect, obviously from our standpoint, the players obviously want to try to get better, but where do we do this? So this isolated training, we try to kind of move this in terms of a homework assignment. So what I got is an example here of what an unopposed practice might be. So what we would try to do is, and this obviously deals with your preparation, making sure that you are prepared for what your next session might be, but can you tell them to work on something at home? It might be as simple as a quick move, a quick idea, or quick technique. And so here we have a series of these videos, different techniques that we put together during the lockdown. So you can utilize these and potentially put them into your next training session. So I'll just show you a quick clip of what it would be. So just a quick clip of that in terms of where they're at. So obviously the players can practice. That's all part that you can find those on our YouTube channel as well. So you can use those clips to maybe send with them, or potentially make sure they just go to our YouTube channel and check them out. So that repetitive practice, instead of doing that during your training session when you only have an hour to work with your group of players, give them a little homework assignment and see if they're ready to do that when they get home. So here's a little bit more information on that training series. You can see there's a whole bunch. There's actually 4 different sessions of that. So feel free to access that. We're there to help you. So don't hesitate to, if you're having trouble finding it, or you want a little bit more information, you can. Let me just show you a little clip of it as well in terms of what it looks like.
Welcome to the Illinois Youth Soccer Isolated Technique Training Series. Have fun at home as you work on these techniques.
So you got the idea. So they're available for you as a resource. Definitely use those, and you can clip them. They're actually in little clips there available for you. So the last kind of segment here, just wanted to talk a little bit about what's available. You know, we're back in terms of teaching courses and getting out and about a little bit. So we're excited to do that. But also want to make sure that you know that we're available for you as well. So we do have blended learning courses available. So just to kind of give you an idea of what it is, these are some of the courses that we've run already. But it's basically virtual, similar to what we're going through right now. And then also we have a segment where we will be doing it on the field. So for all of our recreational groups, and certainly groups that we've been working with, this is an option for you. So if this is something that you might be interested in being part of, we do offer a free in-person grassroots coaching course. Now, in person, what I mean by in person is that only 2 of the 4 hours is actually in person. We have a 2-hour virtual meeting, and that's typically going an evening, like 7 to 9. And then we'll have a 2-hour field session, maybe 8 to 10 in the morning, whatever works best for your schedule. So if you're interested in being part of that, you know, let me know, and we'll definitely schedule that. So we'll definitely do that. Along with that, there's just a few pictures of things that we've done. We did an all-female course, which was great, which was really effective. So again, we was able to use that 4v4, which was really nice in terms of what it is. There's more courses available. This is all available on our website as well. And then the resources. You may want to kind of take a quick screenshot, but we'll make sure we get this information out to you. The link to our YouTube channel, but also other links to different areas as well. One particular area which is important is that we have access to information on our coaches page. So if there's courses, information, changes, anything that happens, feel free to access that as we go through, okay? All right, that's about it for me in terms of information. So I've got my cup of tea here, so I'll be ready to answer any questions. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to help in any way, shape, or form. Megan's here as well. So if there's any questions that you may have, feel free to put in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer those as we go through. And just details here in terms of contacts. If there's anything that you need, obviously you can certainly direct them to myself in terms of any types of clinics, any courses that you might be involved in or want to get us involved in. We'll be happy to set that up. And then certainly Megan will be able to answer any questions from the administrative side. Megan, was there anything to add on your end?
No, I didn't have anything else to add for tonight.
All right. So I'll stick around. Certainly, if there's any questions that pop up, I'll be happy to help. Hopefully all of this information was useful. So we recorded it, and we'll make sure we get this out to you as well. Hopefully that will help you in terms of preparation for your teams, for your season. And again, reach out. We want to make sure that you understand that we're here to help. If there's any way, shape, or form that we can help, we'll be happy to do that. So I'll be happy to stick around for at least for a couple minutes and certainly answer any questions. I think we may have something in there in the chat. Oh, there was John. Okay, no problem, John. Appreciate it. All right, thanks, Anne. Appreciate that. But I'll stick around. But otherwise than that, feel free to sign off. We'll make sure we get this information to you. Let me know if there's anything we can do to help you as you finish up this season. I'm guessing we've got about 4 weeks left, maybe less, depending on the weather. But good luck to you as you finish your seasons. Take care, everyone.